Hey kids, Miss Therese. So this is my last story of the week that I'm going to be reading to you for the letter G, and this book is called 10 Grouchy Groundhogs. And when we get done reading the book, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little groundhog. And do you know what a groundhog is? A groundhog is a rodent. It's kind of like a squirrel, but it doesn't look exactly like a squirrel. And we don't have any groundhogs around this area. Okay. 10 grouchy groundhogs. And this groundhog right here is coming out of his den in the ground, just like a squirrel. Ten grouchy groundhogs crowded in their den. They squirmed and they stretched, and then, one grouchy groundhog announced with a shout, "This den is too small. Let me out, out, out." 9 grubby groundhogs working in their den. They dawed and they dug, and then, one grubby groundhog announced with a shout, "I gotta have a bath. Let me out, out, out." He's very dirty. 8 graceful groundhogs dancing in their den. They swooped and they swirled, and then, one graceful groundhog announced with a shout, "Dancing makes me dizzy. Let me out, out, out." Seven gabby groundhogs chatting in their den. They gibbered and they jabbered, and then, one gabby groundhog announced with a shout, "Give me peace and quiet. Let me out, out, out." 6 goofy groundhogs tumbling in their den. They rolled and they romped, and then, one goofy groundhog announced with a shout, "I'm too tired from tumbling. Let me out, out, out." 5 groovy groundhogs singing in their den. They hummed and they strummed, and then, one groovy groundhog announced with a shout, "Hey, I'm a rock star. Let me out, out, out." 4 gobbling groundhogs dining in their den. They chomped and they chewed, and then, one gobbling groundhog announced with a shout, "I have a toothache. Let me out, out, out." And here's the groundhog right here with the toothache. I think he ate too much. 3 glitzy groundhogs grooming in their den. They primped, and they puffed, and then, one glitzy groundhog announced with a shout, "Powder makes me sneeze. Let me out, out, out." 2 giggly groundhogs running round their den, sliding down the tunnels, and then, one giggly groundhog announced with a shout, "Winter might be over. Let me out, out, out." One grumpy groundhog wandered with a pout. "Where are all my friends? Time to go find out." When one grumpy groundhog glanced outside his den, he counted all the groundhogs. Not one or two, but 10. 10 timid groundhogs looked around and then, startled by their shadows, dived back down again, right back down into the hole. 10 grinning groundhogs, grouchy no more, snug in their den, snore, snore, snore. Good night, groundhogs. The end. Okay, that was a fun and a cute story about little groundhogs. And now I'm going to show you how to do your little groundhog here. This is made out of a toilet paper holder. And when you get yours, what you're going to do, mine's already put together for you because I want to do this real quickly. You're going to have brown paint, and hopefully you all have a paintbrush at home. If you don't have a paintbrush, you can use cotton ball. So you're going to want to get your paint, get your toilet paper holder, and you're going to paint the whole entire thing brown. And after you get this whole thing painted brown, you're going to set it aside and you're going to let it dry for an hour. Then when it's all dry, you're going to have a bunch of little parts in a little plastic bag like this. And you'll have some eyes and 2 ears, a little nose, and some funny teeth, and some whiskers. Okay, so when mine was dry, what I did first was I took a marker, and you don't have to do this. This is just if you want a little more detail. And on the ear, before I glued it on, I drew the inside a little black right there. Then I glued it on with my glue stick on the inside. You can glue it on the outside too. It doesn't matter, whatever way you want. The next thing I did was I peeled off my stickers, my eyes, and I stuck them right there. And then I took the nose and I stuck the little nose on. And this is the glue stick that I used. You can use glue or a glue stick, whatever you want. And then I drew a little tiny line straight down, and then I glued the teeth on. And there's his teeth. And then after that, I glued my whiskers on the side of my nose, and I did 6 little whiskers, made sure everything was sticking really good. And there you go. There's my little groundhog. Isn't he cute? All right. Yours does not have to look like mine. Any art that you do is very special, and I'm sure it will be just beautiful, and we can't wait to see the finished product. That's all I have for you. Thanks, everyone. See you later.